Western Conference semifinal matchup between the Mavs and Tim Duncan's Spurs in San Antonio. Tony Parker misses the lay-in for the home team. Robert Horry comes down with the board and feeds it to Tim Duncan, who goes glass plus the foul. Duncan, 10 points in the first quarter. Jerry Stackhouse now misses the baseline jumper, but Dirk Nowitzki is there for the rebound and the putback. The game is tied at 15. Josh Howard for the Mavericks takes Manu Ginobili off the dribble, hits the running bank shot. At the end of the first period, Dallas is up 29-26. Nick Van Exel drives down the wing, drops the ball to Duncan for the lay-in. Duncan with 20 points at the half. Jerry Stackhouse counters as he takes Brent Berry down to the paint, where he pulls up for the fadeaway. At the half, Dallas leads 52-46. Spurs keep it close in the third quarter. Tony Parker drives down the wing and converts the running floater. Mavs come right back, though. Jerry Stackhouse blows by Bruce Bowen, drives baseline and finishes with a thunderous reverse jam. Tony Parker uses the pick and roll to feed Tim Duncan, who drives in for the left-handed jam. After 3 periods, though, Dallas still leads by 1. In the fourth, Dirk Nowitzki gets in the lane and comes up with the steal, goes coast to coast for the two-handed slam. Dallas leads 77-75. Tim Duncan backs down, Desana Diop before dipping under him to hit the layup plus the foul, and San Antonio has the lead by 2 points, 81-79. Tony Parker for the home team drives down the lane and kicks it out to Bruce Bowen. He drills the 3-ball that gives San Antonio a 3-point lead. Dirk Nowitzki backs his way into the lane and feeds it to Jerry Stackhouse. Across court, Stackhouse backs up to go for the win and not the tie. Manu Ginobili all over him. The shot is off the mark, and the Spurs hold on for an 87-85 victory to the consternation of Jerry Stackhouse. Semi-final matchup between the Dallas Mavericks and Tim Duncan's San Antonio Spurs. He and teammate Tony Parker hoping to go up 2-0, but things go quickly in Dallas's favor in this one. Jason Terry comes up with the Manu Ginobili turnover. Great pass to Josh Howard, who slams it down. Then Tony Parker counters as he gets to the hole, absorbs the contact, and gets the acrobatic lay-in to fall. Parker with 15 points in the game, but Dallas led at that point 20-14. Eric Dampier with a nice pass to Josh Howard, who throws down the baseline two-hander. At the end of one, Dallas leads 26-22. Tim Duncan working in the second quarter on Dirk Nowitzki, pump fakes and lays it in. Duncan 16 points at the half. Josh Howard again. This time he kicks it to Jerry Stackhouse in the corner. Stack knows what to do with it. Train that 3-ball. Stackhouse 13 points at the half, 19 in the game. Dirk Nowitzki now at the top of the key, drives and hits the running jumper in the lane. It caps an 18-6 Mavs run to end the second quarter. At the half, Dallas leads by 20, 58-38. Tim Duncan in the third in the post, drives to the hoop, lays it in. Duncan finishes with 28 points in the game off of 8 for 10 shooting. Mavericks on the run. Devin Harris, who made the start in this game, an adjustment from game one, works into the lane, then kicks the ball out to Josh Howard. He hits the 3-ball. At the end of 3, it's Dallas 84-66. Devin Harris keeps it for himself, gets to the lane with a nice finger roll. Harris finishing with 20 points. Dirk Nowitzki throws up the high arcing jumper here just to beat the shot clock. It goes off as the ball's about right there. And the Dallas Mavericks take this game in San Antonio 113-91. They had control of the game all the way. Each team shoots right at about 46%. Mavericks this time in Dallas. Devin Harris coming off a huge game 2, tries to help the Mavericks protect home court advantage. The series is tied at a game apiece. Desana Diop blocks Tim Duncan going the other way. Harris takes it all the way to the hoop, absorbs the contact, and gets the lay-in to fall. Harris 9 points on 4 for 4 shooting in the first quarter. Dallas up by 9 after 1 off the inbounds pass. Jason Terry comes off the screen, pulls up and nails the jump shot. Going the other way, Michael Finley grabs the rebound, gets it to Manu Ginobili. He exploits the Mavericks defense and lays it right in, going past everybody for the easy left-hander. At the half, Dallas' lead is 53-48. In the third quarter, Dirk Nowitzki working on Manu Ginobili. Drives to the hole and lays it in with his offhand. Nowitzki, 27 points, 15 rebounds in the game. Duncan trying to keep the Spurs close. Tony Parker drives and kicks it to Tim, who pump fakes and nails a little leaner. He would go for 35 points and 12 rebounds. Devin Harris with a fantastic move, blows by the defense right here. Through everyone with the right-hander up and in. Harris 24 points in the game. Spurs gain control, however. Brent Berry gets the loose ball, throws it up ahead to Tony Parker. Parker finds Bruce Bowen, who dunks it, and the Spurs have the lead 86-85. First lead since 5-4 in the first quarter. Then Dirk Nowitzki drives and gets Duncan to commit his 6th foul. It fouls Tim out of the game. Nowitzki twisted his ankle on the play, but did not leave the game. Nowitzki gets triple teamed at the top of the key, finds an open Jerry Stackhouse, who finishes with the lay-in. Manu Ginobili counters. He takes it strong to the hoop and lays it in to give San Antonio a 103-102 lead. Mavericks would take the lead on Dirk's free throws. The ball is inbounded, and Robert Horry's pass goes off Manu Ginobili's foot and out of bounds. The Mavericks missed 2 free throws that could have padded their lead. The inbounds play with 2 seconds left. Robert Horry throws it up, but it will not go, and the Mavs hold on for a 104-103 victory over the Spurs, going up 2-1 in their Western Conference semifinal. Dallas Western Conference semifinal, Dirk Nowitzki in the lineup in Game 4, despite suffering a right ankle sprain in Game 3. Tim Duncan, though, starts us off as he drives against Eric Dampier and gets the layup plus the foul. San Antonio with a 67-62 lead at that point. Jason Terry dishes to Dirk Nowitzki for the wing jumper. Nowitzki goes for 28 points and 9 rebounds on the night. The Mavs break through. Jason Terry slices down the lane, gets the layup to fall. At the end of 3 periods, Dallas is up 84-80. Tony Parker in the 4th takes it in himself to the rack for the righty lay-in. Caps an 8-0 Spurs run, tying the game at 90. More from Parker. He dribbles to the paint and gets the teardrop to go. Tony finishes with a career playoff best 33 points. Michael Finley driving through the lane, throws down the vicious right-handed slam, and San Antonio leads 103-98. But Manu Ginobili fouls out of the game here as he collides with Jerry Stackhouse. That would tell later. Then Dirk Nowitzki kicks it out to Jerry Stackhouse. He drives for the jumper. Stackhouse finishes with 26 points. The game's tied at 105. Brent Berry looks to Tim Duncan. He hits the driving hook shot. Duncan goes for 31 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists in the game. Late in the 4th quarter, with a chance to win it on the inbounds pass, Brent Berry throws a bad pass to Michael Finley. It's a costly turnover. Dirk Nowitzki misses the jumper, but Devin Harris gets the board and finds Jason Terry for the open 3. Dallas goes up 109-108. Tim Duncan now fakes the drive, then gets it back to Michael Finley for the clutch tray. San Antonio leads 111-109. But Dirk Nowitzki would hit 2 free throws, tying the game with a chance to win it. Duncan takes it to the paint and attempts the hook, but the jump hook cannot connect. We are tied at the end of regulation at 111. Here's a second look at that miss from Tim Duncan. In the overtime period, we start with Dirk Nowitzki with a nice look inside to Devin Harris. Harris with the nice acrobatic lay-in. Harris with 18 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. Then it's Jason Terry moving in on the bigger Tim Duncan, but somehow he drains the successful jumper over the long reach of Tim Duncan. Terry, 32 points, 5 assists on the night. Here's a second look at that jump shot. That gave Dallas a 123-118 lead. Tony Parker misses 2 important free throws down the stretch, and the Mavs rejoice as they now lead the series 3-1. The final score, the Mavericks win 123-118.
San Antonio, the Dallas Mavericks lead this series 3-1 over the Spurs. Tony Parker and the champs on the ropes, trying to avoid elimination. Happy birthday, Tony Parker. He had 15 points in the first quarter. After one, his Spurs lead by 5. Second quarter, it's Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk. 18 points in the first half. Spurs lead was 41-39. Then it's Tim Duncan. $1.75 gets you that spin cycle. 11 for 11 in the first half. Spurs opened up a 3-point lead. Then it's Jerry Stackhouse. Wham, bam, the one-handed slam. That put the Mavericks up by 155-54. Now watch Tony Parker. He breaks down Stackhouse behind the back. And Tim Duncan hands it 10-2. He had 28 points in the first half. They head to the locker room tied at 57. Spurs hot in the third quarter. Manu Ginobili. Brilliant. Spurs up by 1. Watch it again. 70-69. Later in the third, it's Timmy D. He set the NBA playoff record for starting this game 12 for 12. He's pumped. Spurs up by 5, 76-71. Sick criminal. Tony Parker, coast to coast, belly to belly. That put the Spurs up 10 at 81-71. But the Mavs will fight back. Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk capping a 7-0 Mavs run after 3. Spurs up by 3, 81-78. Fourth quarter, it's more Dirk. He's only shooting about 13 field goals per game in this series. In this contest, he was 13 of 22 for 31 points. That tied it at 86. Then it's Michael Finley. Oh, facial by Finley. That tied it at 88. Watch it again. Charles Barkley said, "That's the old Finley, not the old Finley." Later in the fourth, it's Manu Ginobili. Spurs up 5, 95-90. But when you have Dirk Nowitzki, a first-team All-NBAer, never out of it. Watch it. Pops up for 3. That tied it at 95. Manu Ginobili would give the Spurs the lead on free throws by 1, and then Bruce Bowen ties up Dirk. That's an All-NBA first-team defender in Bowen. So now we have the jump ball. After much confusion, Josh Howard gets it. They call timeout. 2.4 seconds to go. Jason Terry a shot. Jason Terry off the mark. Dirk had a shot at it. And Dirk Nowitzki comes up short. Watch it again. Good defense from Ginobili. And Dirk had an opportunity on the left side of the basket, but could not get the ball to fall as the Spurs hold on to win.
In the Texas Showdown, the semifinals of the Western Conference, Jerry Stackhouse and the Mavs trying to end it at home in 6. Off the offensive rebound by Eric Dampier, the Mavs swing it around to Jerry Stackhouse, who gets free and drills the jumper. Stackhouse at 7 in the opening frame. Josh Howard now backs in on Tony Parker, and he'll hit the tough turnaround jumper in the lane. Howard had 9 points in the quarter, 17 in the game. Dallas up by 5 after 1. Manu Ginobili gets the ball at the top of the key, jab steps, and gets to the hole for the lay-in plus the foul. Take another look at the tough drive by Ginobili. That cuts the Dallas lead to 1. But bad news for the Spurs. Dirk Nowitzki drives on Tim Duncan, who picks up his 3rd foul. Now the Mavs take advantage with Duncan on the bench. Dirk Nowitzki gets inside and gives it up to Marquise Daniels for the reverse lane. Dallas up by 7. As we take another look, just no Spurs interior defense with Duncan on the bench. Ginobili tries to pick up the slack with Duncan out. A nice little step back jumper. Ginobili had 17 points at the half. Dallas up by 6. In the third, Tony Parker, the great behind the back pass to Tim Duncan, who gets the easy layup. That caps an 8-2 Spurs run to start the third quarter. Duncan had 24 in the game. Dirk Nowitzki, though, he had a monster game on the glass off the Jerry Stackhouse miss. Dirk Nowitzki goes back up strong for the lay-in. He had 21 rebounds in the contest. Spurs come right back off the steal by Michael Finley. He'll drive baseline for the emphatic one-hand slam. Finley had 16 points in the game to tie the game at 56. Dirk Nowitzki again on the glass, grabs the rebound for the putback and the foul. Dirk had 26 points to go along with those 21 rebounds, giving Dallas a 2-point lead. It would be tied, though, at 67 at the end of 3. In the fourth quarter, Manu Ginobili stepping up again for the Spurs. He finds the open lane and gets to the basket for the runner. Ginobili had 30 points and 10 rebounds in the game, puts San Antonio up by 5. But Devin Harris goes right back at San Antonio, driving inside for the lay-in. That gave Dallas a 1-point lead. Dallas now down 3 with 15 seconds left. Dirk Nowitzki gets the ball in the corner, tries a tough 3 under duress. Tony Parker rebounds and quickly gets fouled. The Dallas fans upset about the call, but the Spurs go on to win.
River City, Game 7 between the San Antonio Spurs and the Dallas Mavericks. Tim Duncan's club trying to become the 9th team in NBA history. He's come back from that 3-1 deficit. Jason Terry back from the 1-game suspension and totally redeeming himself. Mavericks shoot 83% from the field in the first quarter. After 1, Mavs by 10. Second quarter, it's Devin Harris. Window. Dallas up 43-29. Later in the second quarter, it's more Jason Terry. He had 17 points in this first half. He finished with 27. Dallas up their lead to 16 at 52-36. And then it's Dirk. Buckle up. We're driving baseline. Dirk with 15 points in the first half. At the break, the Mavs led 64-50. Let's move to the third quarter. Tim Duncan hands it 10-2, and he throws it down. Dallas up by 10 at 68-58 as we watch number 21 filling the lane. Later in the third, it's Duncan, capping off an 18-6 run as he fights down low, and the foul. Mavericks lead was just 4 at 74-40. Keith Van Horn open 3-ball corner pocket. After 3, Dallas by 6, 84-78. We move to the fourth quarter. Dirk Nowitzki. What? He gets Michael Finley. That puts Dallas up by 9 at 93-84. Spurs staying in it as we knew they would. Manu Ginobili driving past Devin Harris. Dallas lead was 3 at 94-91. and then it's Timmy D. $1.75 gets you that spin move. A playoff career high 41 points for Tim Duncan. More fourth quarter action. Michael Finley. Wada. Dallas lead was just one at 101-100. Then Duncan. He finds Manu Ginobili. And Ginobili puts the Spurs in front at 104-101. Their first lead of the game. Dirk Nowitzki. Time winding down. Dirk into the lane. And he gets it to fall and the foul on Ginobili. Hey, Dirk, what you know about that? Ginobili fouls him. Dirk goes to the line. He ties it at 104. Spurs a chance to win the ball game. Ball in the hands of Manu Ginobili as he beat Josh Howard to the basket, couldn't get the layup, and nor could Tim Duncan follow up. Take another look. Duncan had his shot partially blocked by Dirk Nowitzki, so we head to overtime, tied at 104. In the extra session, it's Jerry Stackhouse. That puts the Mavs up by 4 at 110-106, and then Jay Stack again. They'll use the blow-by pass. Michael Finley then pull up. He had 13 points in the game. The lead was 6, 114-108. Spurs down 4. Michael Finley has to get around Jerry Stackhouse. Great D from Stackhouse out on the perimeter. And Avery Johnson, who won the title with the Spurs in 1999, is taking the Dallas